Hi, and welcome to the Yarn Habit Geek podcast. My name is Laura. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Ravelry as Yarn Habit Geek. There is also a Ravelry group if you wish to join, and I will once again say I do desperately need to update the Ravelry group with all my previous show notes, so hopefully I can get that done before Comic-Con this weekend, in which I will be attending here in Toronto. So, let's get started with this week's episode, shall we? Alright, whips of the week. I have a total of 6 whips I worked on this week and no finished objects. But I do have some stash that we'll be talking about later. So let's get started with whips of the week. First up are pieces for the amigurumi from Frozen. I got the legs, a little bodice done, and the wig cap for when I get to place it all together, which I will be doing later or during the week. And next up, not much work was done on this, but I got 2 rows in it, and it's been a while since I actually posted about this, but it's the Wicked Witch of the West socks. And basically I am now on this black stripe section. Once I get past basically the foot part and I'm just working on the leg, I will be working through this faster. But hopefully during the week I will get more done on this, because the pattern is very weird, so I have to constantly keep reading it over and over again just to get it right. Alright, and next up, now don't mind me, my show notes are right over here, so if you see me turn my hair here, it's because I've got a list of what's happening. So next up, basically, I worked on a bit on this yesterday, but it's my Princess Serenity dress I am working on that I'm hoping to wear at the Pretty Heroes Sailor Moon celebration. Figured get the dress done first because it's going to be the biggest one I have to work on. The wig I'll be working on, made entirely out of yarn. It's going to be easy for me because of all the times I've styled the yarn hair on amigurumis, but I only got a few rounds in this yesterday, so hopefully I'll do more for next week. Alright, next up, well, I got back to working on the Ron Weasley blanket this week. I'm just starting on another square. It's one of the blue squares I'm replacing, because this is a better version of a dark blue, but it's not fully navy. And let's see. Now, I have decided to place the tiger rug here back into Whip Limbo to focus on actually another project that was in Whip Limbo, which are the Grinch socks I am working on for my mom. And I've finally got more work done on these. I finally got this stripe here done. And I'm hoping by next week's podcast I will have gotten to the heel, because I'm hoping to finish this for Friday of next week to give as a gift to my mom. And she knows about these, but I have not finished them, and I got the yarn almost a year ago at the Nearest Frolic, which is actually coming up next month, so there's probably going to be a video about that. And next up is actually a new whip, and if you've paid attention to the Facebook page, you'll know exactly what I'm knitting. But this is the start of the Poison Ivy wrap from the Geek Knits book. And this is like the first repeat of the ivy stitch with the border of seed stitch, and I'm actually using yarn that I had just gotten in after last week's episode. So, and I'll be talking about what yarn I got in the Stash Editions section, which is actually going to be next. So let's get to the next segment, shall we? Alright, we've got Stash Editions this week, which I'm proud to say is my order from Knitpicks. Yes! The first order from Knitpicks I did, it was a small order for some yarn for something that is also in the Whip Limbo, but this is for all the majority of projects I'm going to be working on during the year, 2 of which I talked about in last week's episode, which are the Nightwing and Red Hood sweaters. And I've got a commission for a Red Hood. My brain is just... But I get to show you all, well, what I got, unless you saw my Facebook, in which you know what I got. And first up, now one of the skeins I already wound up, and I'm working with on the Poison Ivy wrap. I got 5 of these magnificent gloss fingering in the color Jade, and oh my god, it is so soft. It's 70% merino wool, 30% silk. Oh my god. And it was actually the yarn that was recommended with the pattern in the Geek Knits book. And oh my god, it is just so soft. I will be probably making getting more orders from Knitpicks because I just love the yarn. And the fact that every knitting and crochet project I've watched has talked about Knitpicks, and all my books recommended Knitpicks, so it's like, I basically converted after my first order, like, last year. And next up, it's another set of 5. And this is for one of the yarn colors for the Nightwing sweater. Oh my god, it's just an amazing blue, and it almost matches the one that I used for the mini version, which is up there. You're not seeing it because of the sun. I am actually filming this about 10:30 right now, but which is about the same time I normally film this. But these are the Knitpicks palette in the color Pool, and it is a 100% Peruvian Highland wool, and oh my god, I absolutely love Peruvian Highland wool. Like, I got one of my infinity scarves, which I use a lot in winter now, well, when it's really cold, it is Cascade yarn in the Peruvian Highland wool, and oh my god, it's just perfect. Alright. And next up is my last set of 5 I ordered, which is this awesome yellow, and I'm so glad I picked this out. It's, once again, it's a Knitpicks palette in the Semolina. So good. So yeah, it's a really awesome color. Her shade of yellow, which I'm glad, because I'm working off of the computer trying to pick which one would be perfect for the project to match it in the artwork. And this is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. And we have, next up, I got 2 in this red, which is the Knitpicks palette in Serrano. This is going to be part of the Red Hood one. And I will now be doing 2 Red Hood sweaters, because one is now a commission, so the first Red Hood is going to be the commission one I'm doing, which I'll be doing measurements for this Saturday, so I'm so happy. Yeah, and once again, it is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. And the last one is, once again, another Knit Picks palette in the color Hollyberry, and oh my god. But I don't know if it's showing up well on the camera for you guys, but oh, it's just this amazing red. It's nice and dark, and it's 100%, once again, 100% Peruvian Highland wool. Oh, it's just a gorgeous color. They're all gorgeous. Basically, everything I've gotten from Knit Picks is absolutely gorgeous. And actually, that is it for my stash editions, and that's it for this week's episode. Hopefully, I will have more work done in my whips. Hopefully, something will be finished. I'm hoping it's Anna. But that's up to how much I can work, because I am at a convention from Friday to Sunday at the Metro Toronto Convention Center on Front Street for Toronto Comic Con. So, till then, stay crafty, my friends.